Just for the record, the oldest commercial building was on Franklin Street and 18th Street, and that's a view of the whole quote-unquote oldest commercial building. Alright? What's interesting, this is a Masonic lodge. You see this weird and teared, and you know what I'm saying?
This right here?
Yeah. It's a Masonic lodge. Now, before the Declaration of Independence was signed, this Masonic lodge was here. As a matter of fact, they got instructions directly from this lodge, right, to take to the Declaration of Independence. That's a fact. Richmond, you know what I mean? Number 19, AF and AM. Hold up. Randolph Lodge, Richmond Randolph Lodge. All right, so we here in front of this Masonic Lodge, which is a very historical lodge, right? It was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in, what was it, about 1973, July 2nd. But it was a non-Masonic meeting here. Listen to what I'm saying. A non-Masonic or lodge initiated, shall I say, meeting here that provided instructions to Virginia's delegates to take into the U.S. to a constitutional convention. So this has historical significance. It hasn't been a constitutional convention since when? Since the Constitution was signed, sealed, and delivered.
Right.
So you gotta put it in a time space or a time zone. With that, it would show you that it had to be pre-Constitution.
Absolutely.
If they're sending delegates, and it was a non-Masonic meeting, what is that saying? Again, in retrospect, with this so-called non-Masonic meeting taking place, it goes back to the fact that in a Republican form of government, you know, it's all about the people. It doesn't matter what organization, what secret society you belong to. This takes me back to the fact that I shared in part 1, of course, with the fact that even in the international maxims that was included in the Declaration of Independence, you know, it's certain rights with the people. It doesn't matter what society you belong to. So-called public government or Republican government is based on the people. Your society that you, or secret society, or whatever you may perceive, does not take superiority or supreme aspects over what is meant for the general public, for the domestic tranquility as mentioned in the Constitution. So, you know, keep in mind that. And the fact that what was mentioned in the Declaration of Independence is international law maxims, period. So the fact that it was a non-Masonic meeting, quote unquote, it didn't matter. These people still had influence on the framing and the shaping and the ratification of the American Republic Constitution that was established for the United States of America. But nonetheless, it has significance in man history here. It was built during 1785 to 1787.
All right.
Richmond Lodge number 10. This is Lodge number 19. Mm-hmm. Okay, it was listed as a National Register of Historic Places in 1973. Mm-hmm. It was reportedly protected from fire by the command of a Union general who was also a Mason when the Union Army occupied Richmond in 1865. Because remember, they quote-unquote abolished slavery January 15th, 1865, but they still kept it going. So it wasn't until about April 10th of 1865 that they ran down and captured Richmond, because they were still going on crazy here. So up the road, they got all types of, it's just so much history here. And we wanted to document that fact that it's old and weathered as this building looks.
Historic.
Right? It's historic.
That's how they
has
try to keep
constitutional significance. It's history related to the Constitution tied to this building. So.
Because look at the top. You see the top?
Yeah.
That's the combo thing. It's the Masonic.
It's a compass. Yeah.
And point now towards the east.
Hold up. Yeah, for sure.
It's a historical landmark.
So what was you saying about the top? Oh, the top is crazy.
Yeah.
They got the compass in the square up there.
Exactly.
And the arrow.
Pointing to the east, which is the river. Pointing to the river.
And the needle. Yeah, it's definitely pointing to the James River. Yep. So we right up the block from the quote-unquote James River. So we being here in the historical Shockoe Bottom, so-called Richmond, Virginia, right? And a couple of blocks away from the so-called James River, right? Which is where it's a very hot day.
Loving it, though.
We loving it. We soaking up the sun. You know what I mean? We doing this for
vitamin D this coming fall.
Yes, getting it sufficiently. But what is your take on the concept piece, man, of so-called the Willie Lynch plan? I don't want to say it's a theory. I mean, because when they talk about light skins and, you know, make the man hate the woman, woman hate the man, light skin versus dark skin. What's your perception on that? Do you think it was an effective social engineering plan?
Oh, absolutely, and it's in effect today. It has been. We trust that we are alleviating.
Let's get out of the street. We don't want to look like corner loiterers.
You know, the effects of that, but it's hard to eliminate the effects of something that you're trained up on.
Peace, bro. Which way to 15th Street? This way? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it anything historical that you suggest we get into about our history out here?
They got that reconciliation statue right there. Did you see that already?
No.
If you you walk over here to Main Street and go down the hill.
Okay.
When you start coming up, you're going to see the Main Street station there. There's a relatively new statue that they have. It's called the reconciliation statue. It's got something to do with reconciliation with slavery between Europe and America, and it's like people hugging and stuff.
All right, now you said a very important key thing that he just said, because I was going to ask you what was the reconciliation, and he said between Europe and America.
It's got a plaque and stuff there.
So our thing is that he's affirming
there's a difference between the two.
There's a difference between the two.
Yeah.
Because Europe, the British, actually bought the slaves. The original slaves were modern Europeans, actually.
Yeah.
And that whole slave trade, commerce thing in the first place.
Right.
But we, the people who are natives to America, the original American or the various copper-tongue people, not Indians.
Right.
Right. So you are affirming that you know that there's a difference. Like when we say, when we know now that they were the original slaves getting their freedom, and then afterwards, the first thing they turn around and do is try to continue the slave trade and enslave some people that they bought from Africa, but off of the coast. But many of us were already here.
Right. Oh yeah.
Isn't that kind of new news in a way?
Not to me.
Not to you, and why is that? Because most people believe all of us came on a slave trip from Africa.
If they read Ivan Van Sertima, they came before Columbus.
Talk that talk. You know about Moors then, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
You know about the Moors.
Me and more, if you and more. If I ever go to wars, the kids I do it for. I eat MCs, they can send me a few of y'all. And by a few, I mean way more than two. You can times that by 20 and tell them to come through. And watch them get beat like the African drums do. Also, probably gave lessons to Sun Tzu.
The original navigators on the
No
planet.
doubt.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got to start speaking that, though. We're going to start speaking to the next generation. We're going to say, yeah, because we're the Moors. We're the first. We're the mothers and lineal descendants of the mothers and fathers of civilization and civilization principles on the entire earth.
Right. And that's because of Pangea.
Exactly.
Another term that they don't know about.
Or Mexican.
Yeah.
But one question before you go. As far as you was mentioning the reconciliation statute, do you personally feel like quote unquote slavery ended?
No.
Okay, facts.
Can you say NFL,
Right.
NBA?
There you go.
I would say the lessons that I learned in my Seder, Stephen A., at Passover, where we related to old, what they called Negro spirituals, who related back to the Exodus, where they said, let my people go. That's right. We used to sing that around the Passover.
Really
let my
deep.
people go.
Are you serious right
yes,
now?
you need to let Porzingis go. Let him go and be great somewhere.
I can't.
Don't
I'm
have this
dead.
franchise ruin him. And I would say, Knicks fans, you're also allowed to leave.
Oh my God.
Do me a favor, please.
Yeah.
Go to commercial.
All right.
There you go, bro. Stay up, bro. Thank you. All right.
This is a good documentary.
It is.
What do you think, Shanice? Yes. I was.
It's gonna be crazy.
And you know what's so good about it? We're just walking. But you know what's so good about it? We're just walking and asking people.
Yeah.
And they know. And it's going to start coming out even more because they know. And it's like, if it's all in the air, it's all on your mind. If it's all in your mind, it's all in the air. And
True.
that's Erykah Badu, upstairs.
Yeah.
It's a fact. And so this is what is going to change for posterity. That's why Prophet Noble Gerard Lee said this is for the young and yet unborn. And you know, and another thing is we're documenting this so that so that the people can figure out how to put in perspective the history that they've been told, and as it is to the history that was not told, which is our own.
True. Let's go check
All
out
right.
this farmer's market real quick. Hold on.